Alrighty, guys, I'm geeking out right now. Becky just posted. Oh my god. I don't have much to say about this. Welcome to the ankle. Subscribe. Let's dive right in. She titled it 2 million years later. It has 5.4 thousand views 1 hour ago, 3.5 thousand thumbs up. That's a real good ratio, Beck. Let's see what our girl has to say.
Hey everybody. It's been a long time. Uh, whew, having some anxiety today. I've been gone for a while, and I was working a lot. From the last time I'd uploaded my video, I was pulling like 16-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, and it was like back to back. So I was so tired. I didn't have time to really do anything. Time to even really live, actually. And January, I ended up losing my job. And my depression and anxiety had gotten so bad at that point. I went and spent 5 days on the 5th floor of the hospital, which is a psych ward.
I'm so sorry, hon. I'm really sorry to hear that.
That stay didn't help anything at all.
Unfortunately, a lot of the times it doesn't. Those situations aren't always the most productive for people that actually need help.
So whenever I got out of that, I started immediately looking for another job instead of trying to focus on my mental health because I had to pay bills. So I ended up getting another job, and it was the same thing. Basically, I was working 6 days a week, never really had time to do anything, never had time to enjoy anything. It got so, it was pretty bad things that happened at that job. Like, I was getting kicked in the shins every day, grabbed by the throat.
My God, Becky, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. So I really couldn't take it there anymore. So I quit there and came back to my old job, and it's still 16-hour shifts. I don't know, but I've got to pay my bills. I've got to be able to take care of myself.
I hear that, girly.
But recently I just moved. I moved in with a roommate. He's a really good friend of mine. We work at the same place together. Something else happened within that time too. I bought a car in November, and they told me, we will send you your license plate and your tags in the mail. So I waited and waited, and I called them, and they said, we haven't got to it. We're trying to get to it. Just give us some time. And I gave them plenty of time. Well, my temp tags ran out, and I got pulled over, and I was given a citation and a court date. So
that sounds like that's the company's responsibility. They're the ones that fucked up there, Becky.
I was told if I paid the citation off, I wouldn't have to go to court. I went to pay the citation off, and the officer put an entirely different car on the citation. He put a 2019 Ford Escort, and that's not what I drive. And I had to call him back, and he said, I'll get it fixed. Don't worry about it. Well, I took that as he was going to fix it all. I wouldn't have the court or anything like that. So I didn't go to court. Well.
No, Becky. Oh. Bro, what is with the lack of communication in like all fields and all departments everywhere? Like, what is it with these grown-ass fucking people who run these companies and have these high-level position jobs that do not know how to communicate? It's fucking ridiculous. And then this happens. It fucks over us normal people.
I ended up backing into my coworker at work, and we had to call the cops. And when they came, they were like, you have a bench warrant. So they had to take me in, get me fingerprinted.
Oh, Becky. Oh, hun.
Shot. My dad got me out that day. Like, I didn't have to go sit in a cell or anything. My dad.
Good. I'm glad he was there for you, hun.
Was there before I got there, actually. Me getting arrested caused me to lose my insurance. And I still don't have my insurance, so I've been without one of my medications for a while. It's lorazepam. I'm on 3 different antidepressants. I take
Bro, what is with our fucking system today? Like, in this country, this place is so fucked up and so ass backwards, dude. Who the fuck would want to live here anymore?
Sertraline and mirtazapine. And sertraline and mirtazapine is Zoloft and Remeron. I can't remember what the lorazepam is generic for. So my anxiety and depression has been like out of control lately. And it's like, I expect almost nothing but bad things to happen. And I think that's why my anxiety is so high, because it seems...
I hear you, Becky. It always feels like it's just one thing after another. I fucking hear you. I really do, girl.
That always get the crappy end of the deal. But I've just been insanely depressed. These last few months have been just nothing but struggle after struggle after struggle. And It's about all I expect anymore. It's just a struggle. And
I hear you, hon. I hear you.
trying to get my brain in the right mode to just simply exist is sometimes it's just an absolute struggle. Like even with me sitting here right now talking, I'm just so anxious.
And I mean, just the aspect of like filming in front of a camera and filming for YouTube, I'm sure that gives you anxiety as well, girl. Becky has been through the ringer too fucking much. It's always the good people, ain't it?
And as far as talking about my ex, I don't know if I can date ever again because
Oh, Becky. Oh, hon. Y'all, she's gonna make me cry. Oh, Beck. You are worthy of love, hon. People like Amber aren't.
I've got so much trauma and PTSD.
I mean, I hear that, girly. I hear that. I'm 27 years old, and like my childhood trauma and whatnot has heavily gotten in the way of like relationships, platonic or romantic. I get it. It's better to just be alone sometimes than to push that onto someone else, it seems.
You know, coming out of that, I feel I'm ruined from being in relationships because I haven't really been with anyone since. And whenever I would try to talk to people just to see where it would go, if it would be, you know, friends or anything more than that, I would slowly stop talking to them. Mm-hmm. And I feel awful for doing it, but I'm terrified. I'm so scared that I'm not enough, and what I bring to the table isn't what anyone would want.
Oh, Becky. Oh. I hope Amber gets the fucking life railed out of her in her next comment section, because this is... The way she treated Becky was disgusting and vile. No human deserves to be treated that way, especially one that wiped your ass.
I've been trying to work on like self-love and stuff, but it's been so difficult, so hard. And then it's, you know, looking at the world, and the world is going to crap, and it doesn't seem like anything is getting better.
I hear that, girl. I hear that. We're in the same fucking shit show of a country. I hear ya.
And I'm terrified. Within the next few years, it's not even going to be possible for anyone to survive, basically. I just feel like I gave everything that I had, and I don't have anything else to give. Because, you know, when you're taking care of someone 24/7, you sort of lose yourself. You lose...
See that? She was having to take care of Amber. She was Amber's caretaker. And Amber still had the fucking gall to disrespect Becky the way that she did. That fucking cunt.
Bits and pieces of yourself trying to give to everyone else.
Be selfish, Becky. Be selfish. You deserve to be selfish, okay? If you don't want to do something, don't do it. If you want to do something, do it. Allow yourself to be selfish and shamelessly selfish. You need to take time for you now, girl. Fuck everyone else.
And in that point in my life, you know, I was isolated from a lot of people most of the time. It really hurts some relationships. I have regrets with my mom that I'm never going to be able to fix, and it kills me.
And that was caused by Amber. God, dude.
I've been pulling away from everybody. My sisters, my friends. I mean, things were hard before between me and my dad, but now it's like I'm not close with my dad like I wish I was. And
I understand that, girl. My dad's still alive, still lives at home. I haven't talked to him in 3 years. I still visit home regularly. Have not spoken to him. It is what it is sometimes, girl. I'm sorry.
He don't know anything about me. He don't really know anything about my life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way he wants it.
See, that part is the sad part. Is that he doesn't want anything to do. I'm sorry, Becky.
Like, if he really knew who I was, he would hate me.
Oh, so she hasn't even come out to her father. Oh, Becky. I'm sorry, hon.
So yeah, I'm really struggling. I've been struggling for the last few months. Constant anxiety 24/7, like I can't get a deep enough breath. I take medicine for it, and the dose was just up like 2 weeks ago, but I don't know if it's really helping or if, you know, my anxiety is based on situational, because it could be. But, you know, I'm trying to get back on my feet right now. I really am. It's just a lot to try to get through. And I miss YouTube. I miss doing YouTube. I miss having fun with it. It's just so hard to find time. so hard to find time whenever you're constantly running and going and running and going for work
I hear that.
and for other people, and you never really give yourself a moment's peace. I'm really trying. I'm really trying to come back from this, and it's extremely hard.
Don't push yourself. You know, you're on the path. That's all that matters. Don't feel like you have to, I don't know, get through like anything at a certain type of speed, Becky. Like, healing is its own journey, it takes its own time.
And it's like the only thing I can really give myself is that I've not given up yet, though I've wanted to. This whole health scare with my thyroid, where I've lost my insurance, I've not been able to get my scans. And I've been hurting a lot in through here. Like, it's sore, it hurts to swallow sometimes, my throat's a little sore. So yeah, I'm worried about it. And, you know, a messed up thyroid can also mess with your depression and your energy and all kinds of stuff. My sister just had her thyroid taken out. My great aunt's exploded on her like a month ago. So thyroid problems run rampant in my family. It's like, you know, I've already went through renal failure and I was losing a bunch of weight. I was doing so good. And I was on this medicine called Ozempic. And
I don't mean to laugh, but oh, what are the odds?
I was losing weight, but I wasn't eating because the thought of food made me sick and made me want to throw up. And I've known a whole bunch of other people who's been on it and it's made them sick. And after I got over it making me sick, like, yeah, my appetite was shot. I did not have an appetite, but I was losing weight on it. And it was controlling my sugar level. It was controlling my sugar level. Once all this happened, they were like, oh, if you have a possibility of thyroid cancer, then you cannot take Ozempic. So I took off that. My depression's been so bad lately that everyone around me can tell.
How eerily similar that's the reason why Amber stopped taking it as well. Also, like, heavily clickbaited that she might have thyroid cancer because of it. I can only imagine what it felt like to be Becky if, like, any of that information got back to her. That Amber also was on it and saying these things, spreading misinformation about it.
I'm just really quiet and reserved, and
there's nothing wrong with that.
Just so scared 24/7.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Existing is difficult and living is scary. But
Especially
you kind
in
of have
this
to do both.
country.
You have to. I mean, there's really not much of a choice but to try to keep going when you don't have anything keeping you going forward. And my great niece was born recently, and she was only 24 weeks, and she's been struggling bad. She's been struggling. And she was born the beginning of July, and she's still in the hospital, and they're saying that she could be in the hospital up until October or November. So that's got me stressed out too. My other sister's just really going through a lot, and I'm worried about her, and I just feel like there's not a day where I'm not worried.
Well, the good thing is you as sisters can always be there for one another, you know? Even if things have been rocky here and there for a little bit, they're always going to be your sisters back, you know? You guys should be leaning on each other for support, because you need it. You need it, hon.
But I do want to thank everyone who has helped me. That fundraiser was absolutely unexpected and greatly appreciated. I was struggling. I think I had like maybe $5 in the bank, and I wasn't getting paid for another 2 weeks. And I lived 40 plus minutes away from my job. I was behind on my car payment. I was so far behind on my car insurance that they canceled my policy and I had to get it reinstated. I'm still behind right now just because I just started this new job and I had to wait 3 weeks without a paycheck, and rent's due, and it's just so much stress right now. But you guys helped me out so much, and it's so appreciative. You kept me from sinking. And it makes me realize that there is good in the world. There is people who care.
Of course.
Even when I feel like there's not. And it's like, I'm not only worried for me, I'm worried for everyone. I'm worried for all of you. I'm worried for everyone on this planet, because we're all in trouble. We're all in trouble.
Becky's become really radicalized lately. You know, like, we can say what we want about, like, these more rural kind of rednecky states, but a lot of the time, working class people are the ones that are getting the short end of the stick from capitalism, you know? It's the everyday Joe Schmo like Becky and I, that, and everyone else that listens, you know, I mean, if you're a billionaire on my channel, get the fuck off, but like, why would you be? Girl, we are all struggling, and I feel that too. I really do, you know? It's really uncertain what everyone's future is going to look like in the next few years.
And there's so many people out there who don't see it. And it's like, you know, once the rose-colored glasses come off, you can't put them back on. You see the world as it is, and you see what's going on.
It makes you sick.
So I'm hoping everybody out there is trying to take care of themselves. And I know you guys are struggling as well, and it makes me worried because I don't know what to do. I wish I could do something. I wish I could help everyone, but I can barely help myself right now. But I do appreciate everyone who has stuck around hoping for me to come back. I will try to do what I can. I will try to upload when I can, and I'll try to make it entertaining. But it's been a really hard year and a half. Yeah, year and a half. It's been a really hard last 3 to 4 years, if we're being honest.
Yeah, no,
You know,
be honest.
In
Because
2020,
Amber did not make it any fucking easier for you, girl. In fact, she did the opposite. Her role as a quote-unquote girlfriend, she failed at. And she failed in her relationship now. She failed in prior ones before you. And she will keep failing. Because that's who she is. But that's not who you are, Becky.
I was so messed up, so depressed, I was on so many medications that I was...
Becky's a fucking fighter, for real. If we want to be real honest about it, she is a strong ass fucking fighter. One of God's toughest little warriors. Like, she has been through it. And for what? You know? For a heifer of a ex-girlfriend that still mocks her online and acts like she did nothing for her. Becky, good job, because this video made me hate Amber a whole lot more.
And I don't really remember a lot of it. Like, ever since then and on, it's just been nothing but horrible stuff. And I'm just waiting for the sun to shine again. I don't know when it's going to happen.
It will, Becky.
But thanks to everyone who's listened and is still here watching me right now. And thank you to everyone who's been rooting for me. It means a lot. It means a lot. And it tells me that there is still hope. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time.
I love like the dark, like, and back rooms, like stuff. Like her intro was real like dark and moody, you know. She's showing off more of her personality, and I really like that. I'm not gonna do comments or anything, guys. This was a way more serious video than I really kind of thought it would be. If you're watching this, Becky or anyone else, go send Becky some love. You know, she really needs it. Subscribe to her channel, like her videos. Go follow her on Instagram. I believe it's the same handle, Kinda Good, Kinda Beck, but there might be an art at the end. Like, let's support our girl, guys. I hate to see her feeling this way. This isn't really a commentary video, I guess. It's more so just like a checking in. I hope Becky's doing all right. I hope she knows that she is loved and cared for, not just within this community, but in life in general. But yeah, I don't have too much to say on the matter because I don't want to speak on the stuff that she's been going through. So yeah, take care, guys. Take care of yourselves.